Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We welcome you to the 2018 CIAA post-game press conference. And we're joined by the Trojans of Virginia State University, led by head coach Lonnie Blow Jr. And coach, at this time, we ask that you please introduce your student athletes, then give a few brief comments concerning tonight's game.
To my immediate left, Richard Granberry, and to my far left, Trey Brown. Tough game. I thought that, pretty much all night long we did a tremendous job of playing defense. We spent a lot of time talking about defense, working on defense, and I think tonight it really paid off for us because, other than a few spurts here or there when Collins hit a couple threes, and I think Gaithright took it to the basket a few times, kind of back-to-back possessions. I thought we did a tremendous job of playing defense. Also, I thought, one of the things that helped us out tonight was our offensive rebounding. I thought we got a lot of offensive offensive rebounds and second chance opportunities. We didn't score off all of them, but I thought we did a good job of keeping balls alive and tipping it out and things like that. So, really good win for us. When you come to tournament play, that first game is always tough. It's always tough to try to get in a groove, things like that. But you got to tip your hat to St. Aug. I thought they played an outstanding game. They didn't shoot the ball great, but defensively, I thought we did a good job of guarding them. So good win for us. We got to move on from here.
This time we're going to open up the floor for questions. We ask that you please identify yourself, say who you are and what media affiliation you are with as well, and direct who you are directing your question to. The floor is open for questions. John.
John, WVSC for State's Lonnie doesn't know. Like, you held them to 2 field goals for about the first 33 minutes of the game.
Wow.
Have you ever, at this level of basketball, had a team play that kind of defense?
No. When we looked at the stats at halftime and they had 2 buckets and 9 free throws, I said, guys, we kind of blew it. We're letting them off the hook. We're only up, 19-13, because offensively we missed, a lot of shots as well. But, I knew we were doing a great job of guarding them, and I knew we had to come out and try to duplicate that effort in the second half. And that's special when you can guard like that. You got a chance against anybody. So, our defense is something we hang our hat on. So I was proud of our guys, the way they defended tonight and communicated with each other, did a really good job. So I'm extremely proud of them.
John.
For Richard, obviously we were feeling so offensively later in the game tonight, but defensively, it's a tough assignment. And you were in foul trouble in the first meeting between these teams. What were you able to do tonight to defend the paint and stay out of foul?
Basically just being patient, more patient and less aggressive, like on defense. That's the main thing that I have problems with all year. So basically just being less aggressive on defense and playing straight up and showing my hands. That's what the refs have been telling me. My hands haven't been showing as much. So that's what I've been trying to do. Well, that's what I've been doing. So that's what I did today.
Question. John.
For Trey, obviously it wasn't a great shooting night for you. How are you able to kind of stay in the game defensively and do all the work you can, but it's kind of not dropping for you the other way?
That's all I had to hang my hat on. I know my shots were falling, so defensively I was going to try to do everything I can to stop my man and stop everybody else from scoring. I think I did a pretty good job of doing that.
In the back.
Wally Pitt with HBC Game Day. This one's for Coach. With you guys having a day off and also not knowing who you're going to play, how are you going to balance game planning and keeping your legs warm at the same time? That's got to be tough to do.
Yeah, that's going to be tough, but I'll take that day off. I think we need it. I had a few guys cramping up and things like that tonight. So, the day off is going to hopefully be a kind of recuperation day. We'll do some stuff to, kind of work on a few things here or there, more of a kind of a walkthrough kind of deal, more of a teaching kind of deal. But, this day off and this new tournament, this new bracket format here, I wasn't a big fan of it, but at this point, day off sounds pretty good to me.
Thank you.
Question. Coach, I'm going to ask this question. By you being at Virginia State now, we know who pays the bills. You spent some time at St. Aug. How was it emotionally for you to go against St. Aug today and against Marcus and just you know, the connection between the two schools. How are you feeling inside?
You know, yeah, Marcus was my assistant when I was at St. Aug, and you know, we kind of go back a long ways, but I don't really get into who I'm playing. I want to win. I don't really care who it is. I don't want to beat St. Aug any worse or any less than I want to beat anybody else. For me, it's the next game, and I kind of feel the same as far as, you know, who I'm playing. I don't feel any different. I want to win, and that's all I know. So a lot of people ask me that when we play St. Aug every year. You know, how to feel they beat us during the regular season, and people say, "Oh man, I know it felt bad losing to them. I don't feel bad losing to anybody." So it's the same for me. I don't really, you know, I had some good years at St. Aug, but I don't really, you know, feel any special way when I win or lose to them.
Question, Benita?
Just for the players, what did you all say to Quincy January? I noticed that most of the team went over to him. He was on the floor to console him. What did you say anything to him?
I told him keep his head up, and he's a great player, and he got a bright future after all of this.
You guys are #1 in the Atlantic region yesterday. What's the pressure like being #1?
We try not to think about it as much. Try to take it one game at a time. Try to keep our focus next game, and we'll see where it goes from there.
Stan.
TV. Richard and Trey, you guys came in very similar last year. You know, a top-ranked team, feeling good about yourself, struggle a little bit. And you played a championship game, semifinals, and losing game. Very disappointed. Now, has that been something you guys have talked about in the off season? I've seen you a couple of times, and you know, kind of joke with a few of you guys and you've about it. Has that been something that's kind of fueled you? And then you got this game off your back, and you're refocused to get that championship. That's, you know, your goal.
Last year, we took it pretty hard, but we talked about it after the game when we was eating, and we've been planning for this moment since then. So now we ready. We here now, and ready to keep it moving.
Especially, was it more disappointing also to the fact that you lost that game like you did, and then you didn't have any postseason to kind of back yourself up on last year too?
Yes, definitely. What was the question again?
Well, you don't want to relive that moment again.
Oh,
do you?
no, definitely don't.
Any more questions? John?
One more for Lonnie, kind of philosophical. You guys are down a point with 35 seconds left. You got the ball, you got to bring it all the way up the floor. Were you surprised they fouled right away rather than going for the stop?
A little bit, yeah. I was surprised. I think, you know, their thinking was to try to prolong the game and get as many possessions as they could, you know, possibly get. But, you know, Trey's a pretty good free throw shooter, so when they fouled him, I was comfortable that he was going to step up and knock him down. But a little bit surprised because that's kind of a lot of time. You know, you want to try to, normally, you know, I would try to get, you know, steal or deflection or something first, maybe before I foul. But that was, you know, the decision they made, and that's the way it goes.
Any more questions? Well, Coach, thank you for your time. Good luck to your student athletes as well in the next round.
Thanks a lot. Appreciate it.